Next up at UFC Vegas 85, we have Viviane Araujo taking on Natalia Silva. Viviane Araujo, 12-5 overall, 2-3 in her last 5. She is coming off that grapple heavy win over Jennifer Maia. She is taking on Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva, 16-5 overall, 5-0 in her last 5, riding a 10-fight win streak. This is a very good fight for a couple different reasons. First, Viviane Araujo is dangerous. She's a grappler who's very comfortable striking as well. She got technical boxing, great low kicks, but she does get hit pretty often, and she's got a negative striking differential, which you will see here. I just found if I push through it, you might not notice.
I mean, I stumbled over my word one time, and you stopped the fucking show.
It was way more than stumbling over the word one time. Anyway, Viviane Araujo's got that technical boxing, great low kicks. She gets hit pretty often and has a negative striking differential, but she is athletic. She's fast. She's always looking for a finish, whether that's on her feet or on the ground, but conditioning can be an issue for her later in rounds. She averages almost 2 takedowns per fight. She has an impressive 77% takedown defense, and she is coming off that decision win over Jennifer Maia, where she landed half the total strikes, but she did have 7 minutes of control time. She's taking on Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva is very well-rounded, always fun to watch. She will come in there, get in your face, and duke it out. It could look like a brawl, but everything she's doing seems to be setups, seems to be technical. She does a good job baiting you in before she's going to execute what she wants to execute on. Good upper body takedowns, good control on top. She's insanely powerful for the division, and we have seen her not only win by knockout, but we've seen knockouts late. She has a 3rd-round knockout, which means that power, she takes that all the way through the entire fight. Natalia Silva might be that good. She might be that girl. She might be a top 5 fighter in this division. She is 4-0 in the UFC. She has looked incredible in every single one of those fights. We saw her out-wrestle Jasmine Jasudavicius. We saw her outstrike Andrea Lee. She finished her other 2 opponents. I can't even balance this breakdown out with how Araujo can win, because I don't think Araujo can win this fight. Obviously, it's a fist fight. We've seen far more ridiculous upsets. The camera turned on the...
A little ghost behind you or something.
The auto tracking. No, I saw it turn blue.
Uh-oh.
I don't even, outside of a lucky punch, I don't know what Araujo's game plan would be to win this fight. Very confident in Natalia Silva, but that line is starting to take off a little bit. What do you think, Jakey boy?
The craziest part, first of all, Angela, and I can't stress this enough.
Yeah, both of these women. Go ahead.
I love both these women. I do love both of these women. Vivi, I believe former Lock of the Week. I think that was an early on Lock of the Week, and for sure won because we don't lose Lock of the Weeks. Natalia came in, her UFC debut, and I'm gonna mention this every time she fucking fights because I'm very proud of it. She came off, her UFC debut was 3 years since her last fight, and people didn't know what to expect in their fight. I sat here, and you can watch the breakdown versus Jasmine. I sat here, and I said, listen, I did the deep dive on the Instagram. Her striking is fucking incredible. I believe that she's going to come in, keep the distance, use her striking against Jasmine, and win that fight. And if you listen to Dominic Cruz on the breakdown of that fight, Mr. Film himself, he literally said, there's no way, after Natalia was looking fantastic, he's like, well, there was no tape out there, so there was no way to know that Natalia was going to come in. Motherfucker, I knew, because I sit here and I do the deep dive research as well, on all these
your D was searching.
On all the D, let's coin the term. I do the D search on all these Instagrams, and I saw that she was a dominant striker. And the craziest part about this, a 16-5 fighter, you wonder 5 losses. She started her career 1-3. At one point, she was a 1-3 fighter, and now I believe that she's kind of the dark horse of this division to kind of come out of nowhere to win a. What's so funny about that?
D search is solid. I do the D search is it's solid.
That's a good one, right?
Because everybody knows what a creep and everything.
Get the fucking go buy the domain real quick. There you go, dsearch.com. But let me just say this too, since we're on the D search side, I have a thing for. I do have a thing for curly hair. I don't know what it is. So when I'm seeing 2 Brazilians on my screen and both have curly hair, I really got to focus up. But I do. Are you a curly hair, straight hair guy?
I can't stand curly hair. When I first met Tiffany, she moved to Connecticut and she didn't have her straightener, so her hair was like.
And you were like, you're a fucking ugly bitch. That's what you think? If your wife comes in here with a natural, she has to. You're telling me that your wife has to straighten her hair every fucking day, or you don't find her sexually attractive? That's what you're telling me.
It was insanely curly. I'll find a picture.
What a terrible life she has to live.
I'll find a picture.
She wakes up a little humid out and she fucking panics. Because if that gets frizzy at all, Angela's going to be fucking irate. You better fucking straighten that hair.
Here, I'm going to find our first date ever.
Oh, here we go. This would be
curly ass hair.
But anyway, while you're looking for that, I will finish breaking down this fight. I am going to go to Natalia here because her footwork. I like Vivi, and if she's able to get a takedown or two, I don't even think she's going to be able to hold Natalia to the ground. Vivi came in against Amanda Hebos, which... Wait. What? Oh, I actually was at that fight. So this was the fight. This was the fight, 285, where I actually met Amanda Hebos. I was actually at the fight, so I know Vivi very, very well. Amanda Hebos isn't the type of level of taekwondo striker as Natalia as far as keeping the space, and Amanda Hebos had no issues with Vivi, right? She was able to keep her away with just a nice jab, keep the distance, defend the takedowns, actually drop Vivi on her own. So Amanda Hebos dropped her, was out grappling Vivi after that situation, completely dominated that fight in front of me and 20,000 fans, and it was one of the best nights of my life. I mean, to sit there and walk down the stairs, and then Amanda comes walking up, and she's so excited, and she sees my shirt, and we have a little hug. She's like,
okay, can you get back to this fight?
Sorry.
Or?
And then, so Natalia Silva's the pick.
Okay, great. Congratulations. Pretty obvious pick, pretty straightforward pick. I trust her. Obviously, Viviane Araujo is very, very dangerous. Anything can happen in a fist fight, but I trust Natalia Silva. The problem, though, is $9,500 is a lot of money to spend in DraftKings, and it's a tricky situation because Natalia can finish people. She has finished 50% of her UFC fights. I don't know if she's going to finish Vivi. Vivi's insanely tough. She slows down like crazy, but she is very tough.
Yeah, she's not going to give up.
While Natalia might be my most confident pick on the card, she's not necessarily worth that $9,500 in DraftKings.
I mean, Amanda dropped her and immediately jumped on her, and she didn't. And if anybody is finishing anybody, it's Amanda Hebos is going to get the finish. Which, by the way, March 23rd, she is going to get the finish versus Rose, whatever her name is, and it's going to be an incredible moment for everyone.
Well, if you want to unlock all the picks, the bets, the round line leans, and everything else, go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. At the top, it is only $10 for an entire month. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.